Hi, welcome back to my channel and another tutorial. I am super excited to share this beautiful piece with you. Before we begin the lesson, I want to use this opportunity to thank each one of you for your love thus far. I am most grateful. Those of you that sent me this image to replicate, here we are. The rest of you whose is not yet up, please bear with me. As I have dropped this, yours will follow soon. I have here 2 packets of sugar beads. They are transparent. 0.7 mm fish line, magnetic bag hook, and a scissors as a tool. I will begin with a controllable amount of the fish line and string 3 beads. I will draw them to the middle and make the working line, which is the one on my right, a little longer than that of the left because I will be making knots with that. So this is the right and this is the left. I'll go ahead and bend the right like this and put it through the 4th bead. Then I'll pass the left line through the hoop. So I have added 2 beads, one on each of the lines, and then the 3rd one I will again make a knot in. Let's go over it the last time. I'll pick 3 beads, put one on each of the lines, and then knot in the 3rd by bending the right fish line and passing it through the hole in the 3rd bead. So I will continue with this until I get my desired length. I'm going to turn to the right, so I'll pick 3 beads and string all of them onto the right line. I want to expand the body of the mat now, so I'll pick 3 beads and again add all of them onto the right fish line. With the left line, I'll go through the next bead and add 2 beads. I'll continue with this until I get to the last bead. I am at the last bead. So the left will go through the last bead, and then with the left line, I will add 2 beads. I will put it down like this. When I do so, the left line will now be my right line, and the right, obviously, the left. So with the new right line, I will again add 3 beads. I'll go through the next bead on my left and add 2 beads with my right. I'll continue this and the earlier steps until I get the full size of the mat I am looking for. On this note, I want to say a big thank you to each one of you that is subscribed to my channel. Those of you that watches my video without subscribing, I appreciate each one of you. From the very first subscriber of this channel to the latter, May God richly bless each one of you. Guys, I am amazed at the love you've shown me. Over the past 3 months, without putting up any proper videos, I've had over 1,000 subscribers, and this shows that you love me genuinely and I am making an impact. Even when I was silent on the channel, you were still coming every now and then to come and learn. I appreciate each one of you so much. Chop kiss. Mwah. If you are wondering what I'll be doing with this short mat, know that I don't weave together. I weave in beads and join. So this is one of the smallest mats that I made to put together to make the bag we are working on. So the big mat I am holding now is 1/2 of the body plus the base, and the shorter one is 1/2 of the mat, and the long strip you see is the handle. So I'm going to weave that one on 1/2 of the mat to continue with the handle. I'm going to work on the handle. So I have cut my fish line and I'll align the handle with 1/2 of the body. I have added 1 bead to the fish line. So I'll put one end of the fish line on the handle, then the other on the body, like so. Then I'll pull. So you should have something like this. Then I'll add 1 bead. So I'll go through the next bead here and the next down, and again add 1 bead. I'll continue until I get here. I have weaved up to this point. So from this bead, you see the next bead opposite this one, I'll pass the fish line on the left, or the fish line down through the bead here. That's the bead opposite this bead. Instead of going through this, I'll go through this bead rather, like this, and then come through this bead and pass it through this bead. So this is what I have now. Then the one up, I'll go through the next bead on the handle and add 1 bead. This is how it will look like. I'll then go through the bead here, the next bead here. I'm no longer on this line, so I'll go through the next bead here with the fish line down like this, and go through the one up and add 1 more bead. Then I'll go through the one opposite this bead, the one opposite this bead. I'll go through that one, and then go through the one up and add 1 bead. Then I'll go through this bead, 1 2 3, the 3rd bead here, and go through the one up here. Then I'll add another bead. Let me state that because it is not straight, you are not going to have this part as straight as this. It's going to be crooked. So I'll go through the 5th bead down and the next bead on the handle and add one more bead. So this is how it's going to look like. Then from here I am going to weave them 2 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down until I get to the 5th bead here from the left. So this is where I have gotten to. So 1 2 3 4, I'll go through the 5th bead and pick the next bead on the handle and add. Then we will curve again. So I'll pick the next bead up. Remember that what you did here must be done here. So from here I curved on the 3rd bead. So that is what we are going to repeat here. Okay, I'll pick the 4th bead here. We have line 1, line 2. So this line I will skip it and come to the next line 1 2 3 4 and pick the 4th bead. So I'll go through the 4th bead like this and bring it in. Then again I'll pick the bead, the next bead on the handle. I'll then add 1 bead. So guys, look at where my hand is. This is line 1, this is line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5. I hope you get me. 1 2 3 4 5. I'll go through the 2nd bead on the 5th line. So I worked from inside. This is in and out. So I put the fish line from inside out. Then I'll pick the next bead up and add. We'll then go through the next bead on the handle and pick the 2nd bead here. 1 2 3, the 2nd bead here. We'll pick that bead and again add. Then we'll pick this bead. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. We'll pick this bead and pick this bead as well and add. Then we pick these beads here, top down, top down, top down. So you pick 1, you pick 2, then you add. You pick, you add, you pick, you add. So this is how it looks I am done with one half, so I'll go ahead and seal it from inside as well. You don't need this opening, so you have to seal it. And thankfully the pattern has been drawn already from this side, so we are going to use that pattern to seal this part as well. This tutorial is a little bit complex, and if you know me, you know that I don't fancy longer videos, and because of that I promise to bring you an in-depth tutorial on how to make the handle. If you have a suggested video, you can share with me on the number on the screen. Because of the size of the bag I made, the handle is 1. If yours would be bigger than this, you may choose to make it double. I'm going to attach the size to the other half of the mat. Because I joined one half of the bag to the base of the bag, one part is longer than the other. So let's say the horizontal is longer than the vertical. So I cut a new fish line and put one at the horizontal part, and then added one bead and put the other half of the fish line on one half of the sides, and then weaved together. From here, I will enter one bead on my left, another on my right, and add. I'll repeat this step until I put the two mats together. I'm done with this, so I'm going to put together this mat and the other one that has the handle. I'm now going to shape the bag, so I'm going to basically fold. I know the dimensions I used here. Please check the description area for the full dimension. They are going to be in 2 parts. One before I joined, and then the final, as in the bag, the full dimension after I put everything together. So when you use the dimension I will put in the description area, you will see that it will be short by 1. So the one that will be short by, that is what I am filling at the moment. The video is becoming longer than my usual video length, so in a separate video I'll be sharing with you how I made the flap or the cover, and also how I attached the magnetic hook. Before I take leave of you, I want to say that if I've been able to do this, then you watching me, you can, because we all have the same powers within us. Until I grace your screens again with another video, keep hope alive. Bye bye.